Deep in the 100-acre wood, a young boy named Christopher Robin encountered some of the most unusual crossbred creatures. They introduced themselves as owl, eeyore, piglet, tigger, rabbit, and of course, Winnie the Pooh.
Ho ho ho! Deep thoughts.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, you look like a very bouncy friend.
That's a young boy, isn't it, Pooh?
Oh, he looks like a great friend.
Despite his trust issues, Robin befriended them all like a fairy tale. He brought them food every day, keeping them alive for more than a decade. But then, real life intervened. Robin realized that waiting for something without putting any effort was not a viable option. So, he left his friends alone to attend college. However, during this decade, his friends had forgotten how to fend for themselves. Then winter came. They found themselves with no food to survive on.
What can we do, Pooh? We need to work fast. We're on the brink of starvation.
We need food for the winter. This is not how survival works.
Oh dear, I'm so hungry.
Just admit it, everyone. We have no chance at all to survive. This is the end.
In the dark situation they found themselves in, Tigger emerged with a plan for survival, though he looked somber as he explained it.
We can't survive the world without food, and the food just won't come to us. We need to get it ourselves. Unfortunately, I know how.
Tigger glanced at the most defenseless one among them, Piglet. They all knew what had to be done.
Our only chance to live through this winter is if we eat him. We have no choice.
Oh, but dear, no, you can do this.
I'm sorry, dear friend Piglet. But we have no choice.
We are sorry for this, but something has to be done.
There must be another way.
Just tell him, Pooh.
I'm afraid there isn't, Piglet. You are the most tragic animal here, and we will consume you. Goodbye, my dear friend.
With those words, Piglet was no more. This event cast a shadow over the group, fostering a deep anger towards humanity, especially Christopher Robin for abandoning them. They returned to their animal instincts and vowed never to trust a human again. 10 years later.
We're close. I can feel it in my soul.
Chris, we've been searching for these creatures for hours. We're not going to find them.
But I'm sure they exist. At least they did once. Please, listen. I couldn't have made them up.
Chris, you were young, and as you said yourself, you didn't have many friends. A kid who doesn't have friends usually makes up his own. There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they didn't exist.
Hey, it's okay. That's one of the reasons I chose to marry you, because of that imaginative mind of yours. Your mind is like a child's, and I love you for it.
Suddenly, a bang was heard in the distance.
Oh, that must be them. Come on.
Chris, wait!
Pooh, Rabbit, and Owl gathered in an underground house, deep in discussion.
Pooh. We've waited too long. It's time we rise above these ungrateful human beings. Since Christopher left us to starve to death, we have done nothing but to kill people who trespassed. That is not enough. We need to assemble and show humanity that we're not as weak as they believe. And most importantly, kill Christopher Robin.
Yes. You'll never trust them again.
Pooh? It's up for you to decide. You have to make the right decision. We had to eat both Piglet and Eeyore along the way. And now, we can't stop anymore. There's no point in stopping. You need to let us hunt down the big and meaningless bane of humanity for the 100-acre woods.
Christopher and Sofia finally arrived at Pooh's house. Robin brightened like the sun.
We're here. I can't believe we actually found it.
They're real?
Of course they are. I've always said so.
Robin rushed upstairs and found a photo of himself, torn to pieces.
Why would they do this?
I don't know. Are you sure they're not dangerous?
No, absolutely not. I've been living with them for over 19 years. They've never done anything to hurt anyone.
Owl peered out from the underground house before closing the hatch and descending once more.
Are they here?
I'm completely sure. I heard Robin's voice echoing through the distance. So yes.
Well, then we will start the blood festival.
A roar and scratching noises were heard from a prison door.
Well, Pooh. It's surely time for you and Tigger to have a blood festival.
Finally, let me out of this dang room.
Robin and Sofia started walking faster into the 100-acre woods. Chris needed an answer.
Chris, we should really turn and walk away. They could be dangerous.
I said they are the sweetest creatures ever imaginable. Listen, I'm sure they wouldn't do a thing to harm you.
Sir. Sofia decided to trust Chris, unaware of the tragic end that awaited her just minutes later as Pooh and Owl closed in from behind.
Chris, are you absolutely sure about this?
Positive, Sofia. These creatures were my friends. They wouldn't harm a soul.
But what if they've changed? What if they become something different?
Little did they know, their trust was about to be put to the ultimate test.
Hungry.
Hungry indeed, Pooh. But not for honey this time.
Christopher and Sofia froze as the voices echoed through the trees, sending shivers down their spines. They exchanged a nervous glance before pressing onward, their footsteps muffled by the thick undergrowth.
Pooh? Owl? It's me, Christopher. We've come to see you.
His voice trembled with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, but there was no response, except for the rustle of the leaves in the breeze.
Chris, I don't like this. Something feels off.
Before Christopher could reply, a low growl sounded from behind them, followed by the unmistakable sound of claws scraping against the earth.
Let me out! Let me out! Let me out! I say!
Christopher's heart pounded in his chest as he turned to face the source of the noise, his eyes widening in horror as a massive tiger bounced toward them, eyes ablaze with feral hunger.
Sofia, run!
With the cry of alarm, Christopher grabbed Sofia's hand and pulled her along, his breath coming in ragged gasps as they raced through the woods, pursued by the relentless predator.
Chris, I can't keep up!
But Christopher refused to let go, his determination lending him strength as they dodged and weaved through the dense foliage, the tiger hot on their heels.
Just a little further, Sofia. We're almost there.
With a burst of adrenaline-fueled energy, they broke through the trees and stumbled into a clearing, their hearts pounding as they scanned their surroundings for any sign of safety.
Chris, what do we do now?
But before Christopher could reply, a sinister voice cut through the air, freezing them in their tracks.
Well. Look what the cat dragged in.
Slowly, they turned to face the source of the voice, their blood running cold as they beheld the twisted forms of their childhood friends, their once kind faces now twisted into grotesque masks of hunger and malice.
Pooh? Is that really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. But I'm not the same old Pooh you remember. None of us are.
Christopher and Sofia stood frozen in shock as Pooh and Owl advanced, their eyes gleaming with predatory intent. It was clear now that their beloved friends were gone, replaced by something dark and twisted, something that hungered for their flesh.
I'm sorry, Sofia. I thought they were still the same.
It's okay, Chris. We'll find a way out of this. We have to.
Tigger also arrived from behind.
Rousey. Lousy. Bouncy. Fun.
No, please, Pooh. We were friends. Why are you doing this?
Why? You left us, Christopher.
But you're animals. You survived in that forest many years before I arrived here. What went wrong now?
Well, you see, Robin, when you take care of animals for 19 years and then releases them, do you think they would survive the cold world? We forgot the animalistic ways. We nearly starved because of you.
We needed to eat piglet. And then you're... because of you!
No, please. I'm here now. We could restart. Please.
Oh no, that's too late.
Tigger flew towards Sofia, ready to put his claws in her.
Sofia, run!
Sofia ran away with Tigger on her heels and Owl too. Pooh walked slowly towards Robin.
I'm sorry, Pooh.
Honey? I think it would taste better together with blood. Blood and honey.
Robin's hand touched something hard and sharp. It was an axe, so he quickly grabbed the axe and, screaming, launched at Pooh.
Oh, bother.
The axe hit Pooh's head, and he fell to the ground.
No, hello? Hello?
Baby hotline, please hold me close to you.
Huh?
Baby
I can't hear
flatline,
you.
still
Sorry.
time to do it too. Baby
getting
snack
kinda-
time, shout down
Hello?
to her. But in your head she's a quarter. No boundary bottom, no boundary bottom. I content that your drinking eyes never open. I insist somebody will die, and I hate hoping. Wishing that the pills let you cry, and I hate coping. Someday I will go back outside and see her okay. Come over, flatline.
How could you let this happen? How could you let them escape their past?
They did that themselves. They're figuring out what's happening here. It's not my fault.
Well, you better look out and fix this until episode 10. We can't keep having these intermissions.
Okay, boss, you know me. I never give up on my missions.
Best for you. Or we will have to intervene. Fix it.